Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shattered Temple for another game of Starcraft 2. We have Wolfy playing as the blue Protoss right at the top in the centre. His opponent just off to the side there on the right hand side in the red, the Zerg under Colonel Mustard. No, it is just Mustard. Mustard there is going to be playing Zerg and he's going to be giving Wolfy a hard time, we hope. Let's see, GLHF there from how Wolfy and Ace into the conversation with the how are you? Right, no sign of fast expansion from the Zerg. No, of course not. We're just getting workers out at the moment. Same for Wolfy at the moment. See, it looks like he's going for propping a pylon down. And there's it going to go. Top of that ramp, there we go. Pylon on top of the ramp, goes straight for a scout. That's the usual way that Wolfy plays. That is how Wolfy rolls, yes indeed. And Mustard got an Overlord going out there for a wander around and got a worker out going for a scout as well. And look what happened there. Spawning pool down on 8. And then down on 8. That was very, very fast. That's almost 6 pooling, which is never a good idea. I suspect a cunning tactic. A cunning tactic of failness. I should also point out the Wolfy is a Bronze League player. Mustard is a Gold League player. How this matchup came about, I'm not entirely sure, but he is Gold League, so we'll see how this goes. And I'm a great believer in League doesn't necessarily mean that you're better than your opponent. Not at all. It does generally give a good indication of skill, but not a perfect indication of skill. You may have just got lucky with your placements. So we'll see how this goes. Right, Mustard straight up with the spawning pool on 8. Wolfy there. And just getting his first gateway down, going for the partial wall off as is usual for the Protoss there. I'm not entirely sure he'll get a cybernetics core in at the top in there as well, and still leave himself room to get out. So we may have to end up putting it sort of there-ish. That very narrow entrance. Right, Mustard coming in for a scout. Mustard is going to bring his first scout move of the game. He's going to go straight to his opponent's base. Wolfy, however, already found Mustard's base and already spotted the fact that there are 6 Zerglings out. Now this is not going to be looking good, but look at the income difference. 8 harvesters for Mustard, 15 for Wolfy. This is a massive difference. This is why early spawning pools can be absolutely devastating, because we have there now 8 Zerglings against nothing for Wolfy. Wolfy has no defense at all apart from his probes. Get those Zerglings in right now and you could possibly kill something. You'd probably win the game. And unfortunately, Wolfy saw them and was able to react. Yes indeed, he's popped pylons down at the bottom of his opponent's ramp. He's playing for time. He's swapping 300 minerals, 3 of these pylons, to buy himself some time. Now in that time he's going to be chrono boosting out warp gate technology. Not chrono boosting out, I would go for a sentry. He needs the gas, so he hasn't got the gas yet. He's getting the gas. 78 gas, 82 gas. He's getting his gas slowly. As soon as he hits 100 gas, I think he'll get a sentry out, because he does have enough already for a zealot, so he's probably going for the sentry. Sentry will be able to wall off the top of that ramp, but in the meantime, Zerglings, coming down, going to take down one of those pylons and break out. Has bought Wolfy so much valuable time that Mustard has managed to get himself a supply block. There we go. And Zerglings are free now to swarm down on Wolfy's base. But no, they go back. I can't believe it. They go back to take down the other pylons. This is buying Wolfy even more time. Valuable seconds in this game, guys, can really, really pay dividends, and for Wolfy it is paying massive dividends. He's got his sentry down, he's got 2 more gateways on the way, warp gate technology coming up very nicely. He does have a stalker on the way. He will use the sentry to put down a force field and then use the stalker to kill off any Zerglings that come through, or to try and approach the force field. Unfortunately he's only going to get the 1 force field down, I think 67. It's going to take him 50 energy. He's only got 69, 70 energy there stored up. He's not going to have enough energy to put down a second one, unfortunately, which means those Zerglings are going to come in. And Sentry's got the force field down, having a few shots. Out comes the Stalker, but the Stalker's not going to be able to stop this. The Sentry doesn't have enough energy for another force field. The Stalker is not going to be able to survive against that number of Zerglings. They're going to get the surround on the Stalker. The Stalker might want to run back to his probes and try and get in amongst those to stop himself getting surrounded. He cannot kite those Zerglings. Zerglings just too quick. 3 Zealots coming in now. I'm not sure 3 Zealots are going to be able to do it. They're going to be able to do a lot more damage than 1 Stalker, but 3 Zealots. There is a surround on the first, surround on the second, and that last Zealot trying desperately goes down as well, but we have thinned out those Zerglings. We're down to 6 Zerglings. And Zerglings into the mineral line, doing some damage. Now can Wolfy pull his workers off and crush his opponent? Yes he can. 1 Zergling down. 2 Zerglings down. Zealots coming in to join the fight, and and by the time the Zealots get there, it looks like the workers have dealt with the problem, man. That's just cool. Let's see what's going on inside the Zerg main base. Now, I think at this point, Mustard is confused. Mustard's confused as to exactly what's happening. He's continuing to produce Zerglings, even though he knows that this isn't going to work. He's got a Roach Warrant on the way. He's got no upgrades for his Zerglings coming. He does have a lot of larvae sitting around. He's got 5 larvae sat there, 600 minerals. He hasn't expanded. Now, I think what happens, guys, is that Mustard has made his move. He's attacked with his mass attack, early attack, with a lot of Zerglings. And his opponent hasn't keeled over and died. Now I think Mustard is expanding into new territory. I don't think Mustard knows what to do now. And Mustard is going to start getting confused. Now, Wolfy chronically short of workers at the moment. But look, it's only 17 to 12. Mustard hasn't built that many workers either. And that's the advantage that Wolfy's got. He's still in this game because the worker count isn't that different. Now, the Zealots are going to try and hold this ramp. The Zealots are probably going to go down. There are just too many Zerglings, but they're going to butcher a lot of those Zerglings. In fact, actually, I lie. Looks like that hero Zealot does survive. It doesn't have any shields left, but he does survive. He's got 4 kills to his name. He does survive. What a little hero he is. Now, we've got Mustard has expanded rapidly. That's getting that down nicely. 8 minute 58. Looking at, well, it's very slow for Zerg, actually. If you're Terran or Protoss, you're kind of looking at about that sort of time for an expansion. But for Zerg should have been possibly even looking at a second expansion by now. Nothing coming upgrades-wise from the spawning pool or anything coming from the Roach Warrant. Indeed not. Right, no sign of roaches either. In fact, what have we got coming? We've got another queen coming. Of course, the queen's going to come down and take over this hatchery over here. Weapon upgrade level 1. Wolfy now feels safe enough that he can start switching production from ground combat units into upgrading ground combat units. He now knows he can hold that ramp against anything that Mustard can throw against him for the time being. So Wolfy's taking a breather. He's going to be very relaxed for a few seconds and going to get himself some upgrades. Now, with Queen walking across here very slowly for Mustard, I would have started spreading some creep. Creep spread in this game, ladies and gentlemen, is abysmal. I mean, really, honestly, Mustard relies on that initial 12 Zergling attack to take out his opponents. It's how come he's in the Gold League. It's a tactic. Yeah, it can work really well if you are not 100% on the ball. If Wolfy had not pulled his probes off the line, if he had not managed to get 3 more Zealots into the fight, if he hadn't put 3 pylons at the bottom of his opponent's ramp, and if Mustard hadn't gone back to finish wiping them out, yeah, I think Wolfy would have probably lost. As it was, Mustard made plenty of mistakes, and Wolfy got lucky a couple of times, and overall, Wolfy just plain better prepared for the event. Anyway, hatchery there, morphing up into a lair. And what have we got coming out over here? I've got a Zealot and an Overlord. Zealot controls the zone like a watchtower. That's good there. Overlord pretty much doing the same sort of job. Now, what have we got coming up here? Still Chrono boosting out. We've got Chrono boost. We've got Weapon upgrade 1. Armor upgrade 1 is now on the way. Twilight Council get additional upgrades. Of course, to get the second level of upgrades, you're going to need the Twilight Council. Nice force of sentries coming out. 6 sentries. That's quite a nice force. Nothing to kill, nothing really to do any killing with, apart from the Zealots. Of course, the Zealots can't get at the Zerglings if the force fields are down, but the force fields can keep Mustard away from his base indefinitely. Dark Templars, Dark Shrine is down, so I would imagine we'll see a robo facility soon, and probably a robo facility, and there we go, demonstrating the force field. Robo facility, put down one of those and get a warp prism out from a robotics base. I imagine a robotics bay will be next. Warp prism and start warping in. Yeah, here comes the robotics bay. Oh, sorry, robotics facility, and they will get